We've seen the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Now let's talk about it.
Let's go.
There's a lot of things that we like and don't like, and we're going to get into it in this video, and this will be a very spoiler-heavy video, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, click off, come back after you've seen it, but let's jump right into it. Oz, kick us off.
Yeah, this movie was chaotic. It was non-stop thrill ride from start to finish. Pretty much since the moment they met Yoshi, we knew they were going to meet Yoshi from the trailers. They found him in the pipe. From that moment on, that movie skyrocketed until the very end, and honestly, I loved it. I mean, there's a lot to love as a Nintendo fan, as somebody who grew up. And I think the best parts of this movie, the parts that shine the most, is when they paid homage to every little portion of Mario's history. I mean, there were pieces. I'm just going to go outright and say it. This was a spoiler, but there was pieces of this movie that were like 8-bit, looks like it looked like the game, or like it looked like Super Mario World. And then there were portions of it where the map looked like the maps in the game, and like the flags would pop up when you defeat the level. And like you'll have to see the movie to see like why that was the case. But like the references to the history of Mario, every single possible character you could think of from the Mario universe was in this, and that's kind of the whole point of the Galaxy piece. When they get to the Gateway Galaxy, you see every character, every creature from Mario games, which I think was just so super cool to see. But I think one thing that they did really well in this movie, even as chaotic as it was, is they balanced every character pretty decently. I mean, every character got kind of their moment to shine, and they were adding a bunch of new characters. I mean, Bowser Jr., Rosalina, Yoshi, and then we also know, it's not a spoiler because it was confirmed that Star Fox is in this movie, and we can talk a little bit about that, but Star Fox even had a pretty decent big part to play, and actually was useful to the plot. And so I think personally, I enjoyed it just as equally, but maybe a little bit more than the first one. And it's because they just upped the ante on this front. And I think it paves the way for a very larger movie universe that we're going to get. But Yoshi was the standout for me. He was so funny from the moment you see him in the movie, and just kind of how you learn how he gets to that place where Mario and Luigi meet him. I was cracking up. Me and Roman were cracking up. There was just I think Luigi being in this movie more too really elevated the movie, because he was just very comical, very goofy, and it makes me stoked for a potential Luigi's Mansion movie. So,
yeah, absolutely. I'll go next. I think, man, this movie, like you said, was very chaotic. It had a lot to unpack, and it never stopped. I mean, similar to the first movie, and this is what some of the critics don't like about this movie, or these movies, is that it is nonstop and jumps from one thing to the next, and it is full throttle, the full movie, and it's only about an hour and a half. So if you're a Mario fan, or if you're a Nintendo fan and you've played some of the games growing up, I mean, this is an absolute feast for you. You're looking at every single seeing a new thing, seeing a fun reference to this game or that game. I mean, I couldn't count how many games they referenced in this movie, but it's darn near all of them. And there's some that are so small, so subtle that most people will miss. But I already have plans to go see this movie another time. But there's a ton. Like Miyamoto said himself, there's you could count for a while, see how many references they put in this movie. But yeah, I mean, obviously, the one thing like complaint I guess I would have is that you would love to see a little bit more backstory. I know there's a couple things that we would love to see, like, who's Bowser Jr.'s mom kind of thing, and like what happened to Rosalina and Peach. Obviously have this connection, but like I would love to have that explored more, and maybe that's in another movie down the line. But all the power-ups in this movie, and then included the final scene, like the final 10 minutes blew it out of the water for me, and I think that is what raised this movie slightly ahead of the first one in my book.
Yep, those are all great things. I think chaotic is a great description. I thought the visuals were incredible. I thought the audio was incredible. Like whoever did music, I can't remember the name, but the music is so good.
Yes.
And just like the way that they were able to interlace like even Star Fox, like that theme into it, like I just thought, wow, that was incredible. So the visuals were great. I thought that the characters were great. Getting to see all the Easter eggs were great. I had no problems with that. I think my only little bit of a concern throughout the movie was in the middle of the movie, it was a little disjointed. Like there were multiple storylines going on, and like characters were separated, which I get, and they all came together at the end. And like you said, Jonathan, I thought the end was so good. So My only qualm was the little bit of disjointed, all over the place, different storylines. Like, hey, can we just stick to one? Like, obviously you had the Bowser and Mario, or the Bowser redemption arc for a little while, and then you got Bowser Jr., then them together. Then you had like Peach going after Rosalina, and Mario and Luigi going after Peach, which was going after Rosalina. And so it was like, I get it, and it was really good. And I really would go see it again. My kids thought it was amazing. They were dying laughing at Yoshi. I was dying laughing at Yoshi the whole time. So like, I really don't have terrible things to say about it. It was just, it was a little bit, I guess crazy is the right word. So chaotic, or as you guys said. But I liked it.
Is this going to be in Oscar contention? Absolutely not. But it's not supposed to be. And that's what I'm here to talk about. Some of these reviews are, to quote Roger Ebert about this movie, rock stupid. And the point is, we have gotten to the point where these movie critics are such snobs that they expect everything to go that goes onto a large screen to be Oscar worthy, to be Best Picture, to be Dune, to be Citizen Kane. And that's not what this is. If you are a movie snob, this is not for you. If you are above the age of 13, unless you're a Nintendo nerd, this is not for you. So you see guys like, I think his name is Dan Jenkins. He was the first review that came up on Rotten Tomatoes, although it was from a site called Little White Lies. And his heading was, "The banality of watching someone else play video games is channeled into this celeb-packed animation sequel that plays like an extended product advertorial." And his headline was, "The Super Mario Galaxy movie review, even worse than the first." And he goes on to talk about how, when I heard there was going to be another one, I thought, oh God, not another one. Well, you know what, David Jenkins? Maybe this isn't for you. You know what, Roger Ebert? I don't care about your 1.4 out of 4. You're 100 years old. This is not for you. This is for little kids. This is a kid's movie. If you're here to talk about, oh, the plot was so-so, whatever. It was interesting. There was another Washington Times review that talked about how that it was bold to go straight into the story without recapping who characters are or why Bowser was little. You know why that is? Because Netflix has ruined the ability to critical think. Matt Damon even called it out while doing the rip, where he said that he got annoyed that the script kept rehashing plot and rehashing characters because Netflix admitted that those games were made or that those movies were written because they knew audiences were on their phone and not paying attention. If you don't have the attention span to sit through a movie, look at a screen for an hour and a half without wondering who the heck is that character because you either didn't watch the first movie or you don't care, that's on you. And I could say a lot more, but I'm getting too fired up, as you can tell.
And out of breath. Holy smokes.
Almost an hour, everybody. Congratulations. Yeah, but
Where do we go from that?
I think the critic thing is valid. I mean, because like Jonathan, you and I were talking before this movie came out. We're like, there's no way that IGN thinks this movie's a 4. Like this is stupid. I mean, and you watch this movie, and there's so many fun Nintendo references, Nintendo characters. I mean, for goodness sake, we got a freaking Mr. Game & Watch cameo at the end, and I was like blown away by that. I mean, like that's not a huge character, but it is what it is.
Oh, it's incredible.
It was
I think the headline from the Washington Post says it all, and this is my last thing. It says, Super Mario Galaxy movie opens to mixed reviews as critics pan story, fans cheer spectacle. That's all fans want.
Yeah. But it's not even just about spectacle. It's about, actually, loving what the games meant and what the game stood for and what the games presented. I mean, me and Ty were talking about how Mario is still the man's hero who is saving those who are in distress, who is there for the princess, who, they're giving Princess Peach this role. And like, I like that Princess Peach, kind of has her own thing going on. I think it works. But like at the end, Mario, like literally, like he chopped the lever. The gate came down. He told her to go, and he literally fought the crap out of Bowser and Bowser Jr. Yeah. And it's like, let's go. And I mean, Yoshi and Luigi helped him, but this was truly just a family bond, brothership, the quote, the Mario Brothership game. But like, they actually, they banded together and they came out on top. And Mario's kind of always been about family and about, rising to the top and saving those who needed it. And it just was fun. I mean, that's what I loved about this movie.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I could.
give credit to let's also give credit to Peach for going all John Wick on like 100 ninjas.
She
Right?
dominated the ninjas. That was pretty amazing. Yeah, that scene, like you said, Austin, was so, it was quick, but like the references in that scene, and then the fight scenes in general in this movie were incredible. I mean, we got a couple of really good ones from Bowser Jr. and Mario and gang, and then that one in the casino, and then the final one obviously was remarkable. But I think to go back to the critics kind of talk about this movie. If you're a Mario fan, obviously there are tons of Nintendo fans. The games are still selling like hotcakes out there. But this game not only like paid homage to so many previous games, had so many Easter eggs, so many nostalgia trips, but it also brought new lore, which we don't get a lot in the games. And so if you're a Nintendo fan, this is like, again, you're foaming at the mouth for this kind of movie because it's giving you more to like hold on to and more to hope for. And obviously we'll get into post-credit scenes on Monday when we go live, but there's going to be more movies. There's going to be more movies, and we're going to talk a lot about that. They're going to give us more, and I think this movie's going to do incredible in the box office.
Yeah, and for
Yeah.
people thinking that this movie didn't have a lot of story, it followed the same linear, very vague. I'm not going to say the word shallow, but not too much, depth. But we did get more lore. I mean, we called this whole thing in multiple videos that Peach and Rosalina were going to be connected. They were going to be family. And that's what happened. And they didn't need to provide a lot of backstory. They showed it. It was emotional. And we got it. And we're probably going to get more moving forward. I mean, and we got the whole Bowser Jr. thing that we never really got that dynamic.
Yeah.
There was just a lot to kind of chew on that's going to, I think, build from this. And even putting Star Fox in there and showing how he was connected, but was still part of his own universe.
Yeah.
We're going to get so much more moving forward, I think, with the Star Fox movie. And hopefully a Super Smash Bros. Movie. I think it's definitely years down the road. But I think there's many more years of Illumination Nintendo partnership, and I'm here for it. I'm excited for it. It's just like the Sonic movies.
I brought all three of my kids to the movie today, and it's such a good feeling to go to a movie not feeling worried about what subliminal messages are going to be put into the movie or what kind of agendas they're going to be pushing, because there wasn't any agendas really being pushed in this. It was just good, clean fun. And that's what I loved about it so much, is that it's entertaining for adults and for kids. Like Roman said, it's not for everybody, but it's going to be for a lot of people. I mean, I think this movie will hit $1 billion just like the last one will. I mean, it's already got a 95% or 93% popcorn meter score. So
It's
I mean,
already
obviously
crushing the box office. In the
yeah, I
opening
mean,
week.
it's already
like-
killing it. I mean, today I'm in a podunk town, and our movie theater was packed. I mean, at 3:30 in the afternoon, it was packed on opening day. So that's really exciting. I think they're going to get a lot of second and third time watchers with this movie. You guys, probably myself. But also, guys, I was a huge Fox McCloud fan. I love Star Fox. So, getting to see him in this movie was probably my favorite part of the entire movie. My favorite part of the first one, y'all know I like Donkey Kong. So, I played all the Donkey Kong games back in the day that on my little Game Boy. And I think we're going to get a Donkey Kong Country. We're going to get a Star Fox solo movie. We're definitely going to get Smash Bros. It might be down the road. But there is so many good things left that I am really excited that they're setting us up for.
Speaking of Star Fox, I think one of my favorite blink and you miss it references was the allusion to obviously a member of his team, Falco, because when I was first introduced to Smash Brothers, which was albeit a little bit later, that's who I used to play as. So that was a fun.
We got so many Easter eggs, man. And this, like we said, this movie was packed to the brim. Let us know in the comments what y'all's favorite Easter egg was, what your favorite part of the movie was. We really want to know. And then let us know how it compares to the first movie for all you guys. Really appreciate you guys chiming in, watching this video. We're going to have a lot more thoughts coming on Monday. We're going to go live, me and Austin, and talk really deep dive about all the spoilers. We're going to talk about the post-credit scenes. We're going to do all that. So check us live Monday, 8:30 Central. Really looking forward to talking more about this. So we're going to have a lot more content coming out. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We're Fandom Fix. We'll see you guys in the next one.
See ya.